All right, motherfuckers, listen up. This goes out both to Alex and to the folks at home. All right, listen. We gotta fucking tighten our shit up. All right, we gotta this show. I'm in full like self critique mode this week because what I did to myself is I listened to this podcast called "Who Are These Podcasts." I don't know if that's come up yet. They are friends of the Dick Show, but I don't know if they were around yet where you are. Have you heard of this?
Oh, are you asking
Yes. Have
me?
you heard of Who Are These
I
Podcasts?
thought you were addressing the audience.
No.
I thought that was a rhetorical question.
Have you heard of Who Are These Podcasts?
I think you've mentioned it before.
Okay, yes, because I've been on it. So I talked about this on the Death Stream too, but nobody like listens to that shit. I don't think. Actually, they have decent views, but I don't know how the retention is. Not this last one does not have decent views because it kind of sucked bad. But uh, so I listened to the show called "Who Are These Podcasts," and it's a show run by this guy called Carl, where the idea is that he just listens to podcasts and then just mercilessly rips on them for how bad they are. And he's very it's like a podcast roast, and like he's a very like technical radio guy. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to run a show, and he's very critical of every podcast that he covers. And he actually did cover me once. That's not what inspired this. I actually haven't heard that episode in years. But I did a show called the Dickheads Podcast back in the day, which was a Dick Show fan podcast where we kind of did like me and Mo did like Dick Show episode recaps. And we got covered on Who Are These Podcasts, and he tore us to shreds. And also, I wasn't even on it basically because it was all Mo. Because Mo talked so much that every clip they had was just like 100% Mo. but but yeah, and I listened to that podcast recently, and it just like the way that show conducted. Whenever I listen to it, even though I love it, and Carl's really funny, and I listened to all the episodes that he had Trixie on. I did like a binge list, and he's had her on like 4 times, and it was just like enlightening, and it makes me feel like everything I do is shit. And the thing about Detour Ahead is it has not always been shit, and I don't think it's even shit at all. But like we've been approaching that lately. We got to tighten our game. We got because we're falling into the usual mannerisms of the Riely podcast where they just kind of mellow out and episodes kind of blend together. We got to get back on our A game, Alex, because this is the one. Detour Ahead is the brand that I want to see skyrocket into stardom. It's the only one I care about, really. The Issue Crew, fuck that shit. Detour Ahead is the key to the future. We got to tighten our game. We gotta tighten up our game here on Detour Ahead. Of course, I am Riley, one of your hosts. The other of which is Alex. Say hello. This is the intro to the show.
AKA Kolochu.
That's
Get
right.
that right off the bat so I don't have to plug shit later.
Yeah, just no plugs.
Look, I
That's right.
stopped
We're
plugging the
on tight
Kolochu YouTube
schedule.
channel
So.
just for the sole purpose of I feel it's going to be redundant when you're on my YouTube channel and you're like, oh, what's this Detour Ahead? You listen to the full episode and you're like, yeah, you can find me on the YouTube channels. And then they're like, well, yeah, I already did, asshole. Fuck you.
Well, yeah, but when you're on,
Look, if you this is episode 48, by the way.
yes, this is
Nearing
episode
52,
48.
the 1 year, the quote unquote 1 year. It's not a 1 year because
We're not. Yeah, we're not. We're not celebrating 52.
No, we're celebrating 50. I do have plans. We're gonna have Penguin on for 50.
Oh shit! I was gonna ask you if you had any plans.
I want to get Gingy, Penguin and Gingy, the OG4, and have
yeah, I feel like that's a good idea.
That's
But
what I want to do for 50 episodes because nothing that I've done, nothing that I've done has reached 50 consecutive, all near consecutive weeks.
Speaking of 50, I'm in a dilemma where I have no idea. I need to stop saying by the way. I know every time it gets pointed out, I become violently angry, but I really need to train myself out of it because it's really bad.
I was editing, so I have... There's a new podcast that got recorded. It's basically this, but not Riley, and it's called the Colocast.
You're just gonna call it the Colocast? Is it like a one-off, or do you plan to do more?
I don't know yet. This was more so just like me going and recording an hour
You could just
with
my recommendation, because like you just did this for fun and you might do it again, but you might not. I would just title this one the Colo Cast, and that's it. And then if you just did like any subsequent ones, it would be like the Colo Cast #2, like it's the sequel. We're doing it
yeah,
again.
I don't know. I wanted to see what it was like to actually edit an hour's worth of raw audio. Like sit down, listen to the whole thing, and just slowly cut things out.
I
And what
only
I've
do that for
realized,
one show. I'm confident enough in this product that like there's not enough that needs to be cut out that I feel like I really need to do that. I kind of just run it through
well,
noise
see,
reduction and
I
I run it
wish
through
I would have run it through your little robot that cuts out all the fucking all the nothingness, all the dead air.
because you were
Because
cutting there manually.
yes,
Oh, that's what I did for years, and it's absolutely agony.
it's
Uh,
it's terrible. Okay, I don't actually have a picture. Hold on. This is the beginning of the podcast zoomed out. I can't tell you how. I know you hate. I know you hate shit like this, but I just want to show you.
oh, yeah, I hate the fucking podcast Pictionary. Yeah, but whatever.
I'm gonna
Show
DM.
me.
So it's literally just a bar with a bunch of cuts, and that's the beginning of the podcast.
That is very hard to see.
Yeah, but you can see all the lines and everything
What
on
the
it, right?
fuck were you cutting this in?
This is in CapCut.
Yeah,
It's
you need
free.
to. If you're gonna edit podcasts, you need to get Audacity, buddy.
Look, Audacity didn't work for me on the laptop, so
Ah,
this
shit.
was. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it was. It doesn't matter. The amount of editing on a raw little thing is ridiculous and it's terrible. And I'm so sorry to anybody who actually has to do this.
I do it for one show, and it's the MoCast because I have this strange moral obligation to put effort into it, even though nobody would ever notice or care, because I get paid to edit it. So I do sit there and listen to the whole thing. And the big headliner, and something that makes me tempted to do this with all of my shows, but I literally can't do that, is the breathing. Because we all have shitty mics that catch our breathing, which isn't a big deal. Like people are gonna expect to hear people breathing. It's not necessarily like a sin to leave breathing in your podcast, but at the same time, it is kind of a harsh noise. And again, I get paid for it, so I feel like I have to put in like maximum effort.
See,
So
that's
that's
what I did here. This was maximum effort, all right?
like I
And because
literally
I said here, the ColoCast episode 1 or the one-off or whatever, I don't care. It will come out at some point. I want to get like a thumbnail for it at some point. I'm still working on it. Like this is the first thing that I've done outside of throwing things up on Spotify or doing things with like other people where everybody else. This is the first thing that was made by me, edited by me, and uploaded by me, featuring featuring other people. So like it's my project. Does that make sense? Like Detour Ahead is our project. This one is
yeah.
mine. Nobody else did anything except talk while OBS was recording. That's it.
That's fair. Now I don't remember what I was saying because you just jumped right over me, just fucking absolutely attacked my airtime, and now I don't remember what
Fuck
the
your
fuck I was
airtime. I don't care
saying.
what you were talking about. It's all about me. It's literally the
Yeah,
opening is Welcome to the Coldcast, where everything's about me, and I bring some people on, and we talk about me. And then we proceed to talk
it's
about random
about
shit for the
you.
next hour.
Oh, okay,
No,
okay,
that's just the tagline. It's the ColoCast. It's all about me. And then
okay.
it proceeds to just be due to our head.
Fair enough.
Look, it's under scrutiny right now. I'm working on it. It's a little project I have on the side. Something to keep me occupied when I get bored on the days where nobody wants to come and hang out with me.
And now I'm really mad because I don't remember what I was saying. Fuck
Also,
you.
this was recorded when we were supposed to record. This was recorded after I sent you back to bed.
Yeah. After we were supposed to record on Tuesday night so that Jason could plug his book, and we could have a good
There's a
time
lot. There's a good like 5 to 10 minutes of Jason
of
just
Jason
talking
plugging
about
his
his
book in the
his book.
Colocast. Yeah, okay.
It will get uploaded because I have not had a Saturday upload in a couple weeks. So I need some new content, which is why I went and did this. But
That's fair.
anyway, it will come out eventually. Right now I just got to get. I do want to send you the audio and just have you like just. You can be as critical as you want, but it's already edited down, so I'm probably not going to do anything. But anything more than I already have. What were you talking about?
Alex, I literally want to like reach through the computer and fucking kill you right now because I'm so pissed that I have absolutely no idea what I was saying before you completely took over.
You were talking about the MoCast and how you get paid to
Okay,
edit,
yeah.
and
Thank
you want
you,
to edit.
thank
You
you.
have to
I have to do
take
maximum effort. So what I do
all of
is
the fucking breathing or whatever
yes,
you were talking about.
I
Yeah.
go in and I highlight all the fucking breath noises, and I do like cut silence or not like the silence audio option, and just try to silence all the fucking breath noises. And it takes me hours, and I do most of it at 6 a.m. Thursday morning.
Yeah, this probably took me about 2 to 3 hours worth of effort to do.
I've gotten more efficient with the mocast. It used to be a real problem, but now I think I've got it down to a science. And I wake up at 6 a.m. every day anyway, to clarify. It sucks that I've scheduled it in such a way that on Thursday it's a necessity. Because, like, how I do it is most days I'll wake up at 6 a.m., like, I have an alarm set, but I don't actually have to be at work until 10. So, like, if my body truly would like more sleep, I can allow that to happen. But I can't do that on Thursday mornings because I do need to edit the mocast. I don't like that I've created a need to wake up at that time, but it's fine. It works.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
And I get 20 extra bucks for it, so
20.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. I did talk to Mo about that. Fuck. I need to convince Mo to give you less.
Why?
Just for a week so I could do a bit.
Okay. Another thing we
Anyway.
need to stop doing is not coming in prepared for this show. This is gonna be, you know what? I'm making this declaration right now. I will, I will either figure things out or I will force Alex to figure things out via knife. This is the end of the Formless era. Okay, I'm done with this shit. This is the final Formless cast. That's the title of this episode. Detour Ahead, episode 48, the final Formless cast. Topics are coming back. We need to talk about topics.
Okay. We gotta batten down the hatches.
That's
Can't let
right.
anybody commandeer. Commandeer?
Commandeer. Yeah.
You
Formless casts are
commandeer
good,
this
but they can't be
broadcast.
the default. The formless casts are something you do based on vibe. Like when you get together to talk about ideas, and you've already been doing topics for at least a few weeks in a row. It's like, you know what? Let's just do a formless cast
But
today. Let's
every
have a
single
nice,
week
relaxed formless
a
cast.
formless
But
cast.
now
Formless
every
cast.
week
Formless
has been a
cast.
formless cast, so we need
We're
to
slacking.
cut
We're
it out.
slacking. Look. I think we'll do one more.
No, this is it.
This
Yes.
is this it? Because I feel like 50 is gonna be. Well, 50 is probably going to
50
be
should
another
have
jerk off
form.
session.
Have we done? No. If we're getting Penguin and Gingy, we haven't done a video games episode, so we could go all in on the origin of that group and do the video games
Oh, that is
episode with the
fair.
old
Okay, well,
Pixels
we're not going to
boys.
say too much. We're not going to say too much. I like to keep all my
Okay.
chickens away from everybody else.
Well, it's just an idea. I'm not cutting any of the stuff I've set out. This is just an idea. It might happen, it might not.
It may happen. Look, you know me. I like to keep all of my chickens where nobody can see them.
That's right. That's right.
I'll count them multiple times. Like I know the sayings like don't count your chickens before they hatch. No, you're not supposed to know that I have chickens in the first place. Fuck you and fuck trying to find out my
Fuck your
fuck you
looking
and
for
try.
chickens bullshit. You can't see my chickens. No. My
You can't
chickens
see my
are my
chickens. I
chickens.
don't
You
have.
can't see them.
I might have chickens. I might not. Don't fucking
Yeah,
worry about
but
it.
maybe I just have a boombox in my backyard and I'm playing chicken noises. That's not your fucking business.
There's somebody out there who's like, hey, Hey, I do that. Fuck you, Detour Ahead.
Fuck you, Detour Ahead. Don't make fun of my chicken, my
My
psyop
chicken boombox.
fake chicken boombox.
It's got a little beak with like, it's got a little beak on it. Like it just plays chicken noises all day. Guy's just lonely. He loads up Spotify. Detour Ahead randomly pops up. He's like, "Oh, I know
What's
that
this
road sign."
podcast here?
He listens to it, and they're like, "Oh, fuck your chickens!" Some dude with a boombox is playing chickens out there, and he's like, he throws his phone. He's like, "How dare they?"
Jesus Christ.
Fuck you! Don't worry about my chickens.
That's right. Man, I just I feel
Oh
like I
man,
should just maybe I should just completely radicalize myself
what?
and
Why?
just not do anything else besides this and like my YouTube channels.
I thought you were going political on me there
No,
for a
no, no, no,
second. I
no,
was like,
no.
are
Go
you gonna
full
go like to rallies and shit
go
now? Like,
full no more podcasts except for this one.
I mean, there is such a thing as spreading yourself too thin. I'm not saying you do,
But you
but
are saying that I do though,
I'm not
actually.
because it's relatively easy, and we haven't like encountered any issues with you running other podcasts.
Yeah, you're right. It's literally just like a scheduling issue. Like I need to figure out like my time because I need to have time, which is
Yeah.
something I currently don't have, and I will not have more of once all of the projects that I've signed on to are in motion. Because there are two more
See.
podcasts that I'm
Here
supposed
you
to be
go.
on.
Here's what you do. All right, you're not gonna like this. You're not gonna like this, but hear me out. All right.
Okay.
Axe the issue crew right off the bat. Axe the issue crew. Everything about the issue crew now gets morphed into Detour Ahead. It's like a merger, except nobody comes on every week. Just you and me. Axe the issue
No.
crew. Tell everybody that they're fired. And then the next day, send them all application letters for the Detour Ahead podcast and be like, fill these out. You may or may not be able to come out as a guest now.
No, I mean I've considered it. I don't want to get too deep into that because that's like the source of my depression is my doubt of the issue crew. Like that was a project that I definitely put all of my heart and soul into at the beginning, and it's turned into something that like I wish was something more. I'm not dissatisfied with it now, but I think it's been in kind of like an up and down stage where
That
we've
is
had
fair. I have noticed
good
that a little bit.
episodes, but you don't listen to the issue crew.
I listened to one episode and it was kind of sucked. I don't remember what
What
episode
the
it
fuck?
was.
You fucking asshole!
It wasn't good. It was. I think it was one where you weren't very talkative or something.
You don't remember which one it was?
No, I don't remember. That was a while ago.
No, it's like I feel like every time I start to doubt the issue crew, we do a banger. Like that's the
What this fucking
pattern.
podcast is. Every time we're like, all right, these past 3 Formless cast episodes have been fucking terrible. Let's get our shit together this time. And then we pump out
banger.
a fucking banger like
certified banger.
Last week.
Last week was a fucking banger. I was super satisfied with that one.
Because we came out with so much energy and just said Hitler, 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 Hitler. The entire fucking podcast. That's why it's the cancelable podcast.
It was legendary.
God, I'm gonna get my YouTube channel. I'm gonna get strikes on the YouTube channel. It's fine.
No, you can't do it.
Anyway,
Yeah, don't
that's
you know
why
that
it was so
anybody?
good because we had like spicy. What did you say?
Spicy
Riley,
rants and something bants. I don't remember. Epic
spicy
bants,
rants
probably.
and epic bants.
And
Groovy,
then groovy exclamation point. I didn't know what to do for the description. Like I didn't know like if I was gonna do like a regular Formless cast description where I was like this, and more. But like I didn't remember enough about the show to do that. So I was just like, I'll just get goofy with it. It's spicy rants and epic bants and then groovy.
Anyway, but fuck, what were we talking about?
We're talking about my podcast life.
Right, we're battening down the hatches. Nobody's
So
gonna
I've
steal
got
our gold.
I've got like 7 podcasts that are either happening or will
Oh,
happen soon.
speaking of gold, do you want a little preview of what was talked about in the Colo cast real quick?
What was talked about in the Colo cast.
So we were talking about pirates, and this is an actual quote from me on the Colo cast episode 1 with Demi and Jason and a little bit of Kathy.
Just a little peppering of Kathy, just a tiny
Well, her
hint.
audio was so bad that like there's a good like 5 minutes of just nothing, and I'm like, and I
Her audio
remember her telling
sucks.
a story, but it's like she took the microphone and put it in the bathroom and then walked back to her room. I'm like, what? Like I can't.
The way I download the Craig file, it does have a nifty little thing. If you get the smart leveled Audacity project, it'll like automatically adjust volume for you so everybody's audible.
Oh, see,
So
I didn't do that.
even like people who I know who have like really quiet mics for no reason, like Robin's mic is really quiet. Fucking Dom from Pixels, his mic is stupid quiet. Uh Kathy,
Anyway.
uh
We're not here to shit on anybody. We're not here to
no,
shit. I'm not
it's
here
just
to
about the
shit.
volume of their mics. You don't need to get all like, oh,
I'm
hey
not
there,
here to
buddy.
throw shade on a podcast where people can't defend themselves. You have a problem with me? Come on Detour Ahead, and we'll fight it out. All right? If you got a
Are you
problem,
literally quoting the Dick Show one for one right now?
no.
Because that sounds
No.
like vaguely something I've heard on
The
there.
look, the Dick Show and I have become one at this point. I don't know what I'm
You
quoting and what
are
I'm
the
not.
Dick Show. You don't know where the Dick Show ends and your real life
You
begins.
already
You.
know that I will defend myself. You already know that if anybody has a problem with me, they can come on this show. I've said it before.
That's right. That's
Come
right.
on this show and fucking yell at me. Do you got a problem with me? Come on, we'll duke it out, all right?
That's true.
Actual quote from me from the Colo cast, a little special preview. Fuck. Fuck. Jesus. All right, you're getting me fucking worked up now. All right.
Yeah, get that. Keep that energy running. Right
Actual
to the
quote is
stars, baby. Hey, let's go.
we were talking about pirates, all right? I don't know
Pirates.
how pirates came up, but we were talking about fucking pirates, all right? And I
Fair.
go, I forget, let's say I was talking to Demi or Jason. I don't know. I was like, look, guys, all you have to do to become a pirate, all pirates need to live, all they need to live are lemons, rum, and gold. That's it. That's all a pirate needs. Maybe a boat, but like you could be a pirate with lemons, rum, and gold. That's all you need. Rum to keep you healthy, gold to keep you happy, and lemons to keep the scurvy away. And that's it. That's all you need to be a pirate.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about Kathy getting eye patches or something, and then we're like, yeah, let get two, become a double pirate. Because that's
Yeah,
how
'cause
that fucking works.
there's like something up with Kathy's eye, right?
I don't know. It was never said. It was never said because she was
That's why
talking
she
about
always.
something
That's
that
always.
may
She's
or may
always
not
got
be
the.
serious.
That's why
She's talking about
Go ahead.
something that may or may not be serious, and then Jason, Demi, and I immediately go into, fuck it, get two eye patches, go get a peg leg, go
Yes.
get a boat, go get some
Yes.
rum, and we just went straight to the pirates without even asking if like what happened.
Yeah, Kathy, her eye is like messed up. I think she said that before. It doesn't matter, but like
I don't remember.
she's got like a. That's why she does the tactical hair swoop. She's got that in her issue crew logo. She does that in real life too, where it's like it covers the one eye that I guess has something up with it. I won't go into the details, but there's something up with her eye. I don't know, but it's
Look,
pretty cool.
I've
It's pretty cool how she set her hair that way. I dig that. I dig the tactical over the eye swoop to cover up whatever
the
situation's going
tactical hair
down.
swoop.
Yeah,
Dude, did you? Oh man. Look, I've been on a pirate kick. I've been watching Pirates of the Caribbean lately.
yeah.
Such great movies.
I've never seen them, and I like don't want to because they seem pretty bad.
They're good,
They seem annoying.
a little bit, but I was distracted with Dokkan the entire time. So in my mind, the movies were great.
That's
But what
fair.
I actually was
My
doing
favorite part of
was
Pirates of
grinding
the
out
Caribbean was when I got the
Dokkan.
LR Goku.
They're doing a Future Saga thing right now. I'm not. No. I'm not gonna talk about Dokkan. Fuck
No,
Dokkan.
no, please talk. I was literally just about to start talking about Dragon Ball Z 2. Please talk about Dokkan. I beg of you.
I'm waiting for them to drop the new banners because I have like 300 fucking Dragon Stones, all free.
Ooh, you're stacked up.
All free. I don't spend money on them. I don't give
Fucking
them
fat
money.
stacks.
That's like 6 summons right there. All right.
I've been thinking about
And
it lately.
they're dropping a new LR Fusion Zamasu with like the big beefy arm.
Me and my relationship with Dokkan is like a recovering alcoholic's relationship with alcohol. A failing recovering alcoholic where I'll play it and I'll become obsessed with it, and then like I'll put it down and just like never play it for like months and months, maybe even years even. And then just one day I'll just be like, and then I'll download it again, and the cycle will begin anew. And I'm getting
The
to the point
cycle
where I'm
for
thinking
me,
about
it's
it.
complete. There is no cycle. It's literally log in every day, do your daily missions, and hop off if you went and completed everything else.
I just don't do mobile gaming like at all. Like
That's
I
it. That's all I
literally,
do. I have been, in terms of mobile gaming, I have been grinding out a little bit of Pokemon Shuffle. It feels like I every time I go play it instead of Dokkan, I feel like I'm cheating on Dokkan, and that's probably not healthy.
yeah, I literally just here's my
But
relationship
Pokemon
with mobile
Shuffle is
gaming.
great. I love it.
If I'm gonna play a game, first of all, I don't play a lot of games. Second of all, if I really want to play a game, it's gonna be like either on my Switch or PS4 or on an emulator on my computer. Like I don't have interest in a lot of mobile games. Like I have Flappy Bird on my phone. That's like just like a time waster. And
Wait,
then
OG Flappy Bird or like one of the remakes?
OG Flappy Bird. Yeah, if you have an Android and you're not a mouth breathing Apple user, you can just get the APK online and just play it that
Calm
way.
down. Calm down. I've been
But
getting
yeah,
really
that.
into Pokemon Go lately.
Mhm.
It's been taking away a lot of time away from work, though. A lot of time away
Understand
from work.
and understandable, but to finish the thought, so I have Flappy Bird on my phone, so I play that sometimes, and my phone is so shitty that, like, I couldn't possibly play any, like, modern, real good mobile game, and also I have, like, no storage on there. I do have an iPad where I have a couple, like, mobile games downloaded, and I've gone through, like, phases where I've played them. Like, I downloaded Power Rangers Legacy Wars, and, like, I played that for a week. I downloaded some like water slide thing. I played that for like 2 days. But usually I don't even touch it. Like I use my iPad for taking notes for Megazord Radio and Kira's Kingdom and porn, and that's it. That's all my iPad gets used for.
Why do you? I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I'm not.
What
I'm not. That's a dangerous battle, and I don't think I was
do you
prepared.
use? Your laptop?
No, I use my phone like a normal
My
person.
phone is so shitty that it won't maintain an internet connection well enough to play a video on a website. So I have to use my iPad.
Sounds rough, buddy.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you hold it with one hand? How do you hold an
Uh,
iPad with one? Do you have like
I'm
a giant
I
prop
have very
socket on the
big I
back?
have very big hands, Alex. It's not that hard.
I remember having a conversation like this before. I'm pretty sure we are we just in a time loop? Is this? I'm pretty sure we talked about something
I
similar
actually
on
I've
Technicola.
never told you about this, but I actually have a third hand secretly. And that's how I do it.
Yeah, okay, calm down.
I have a retractable third hand that like comes out of my chest, and it's like it's like a one of those like sticky hands that you like flick at the wall. Like it just like comes out of there at my command.
Look, we're not talking about how we jerk off, all right?
Why not?
No, because that's just private. That's what I do. You're not supposed to know about my fucking chickens.
Tell me
Ignore
about
the
your
boombox.
chickens.
Ignore the boombox and leave me be. Let me count my chickens in peace.
I want to hear about the chickens.
Fuck you and your chicken.
That's right. That's right. I ate chicken for dinner last night. I didn't put enough salt on it, but I was too lazy to go back to the kitchen. It was unfortunate because it was not good enough. Because I literally just eat like boneless, skinless chicken breasts, just like frozen ones, plain with like celery salt on them, and that's it. but I did not put enough celery salt on them, so they were not like good. But I was too lazy, so I just ate them anyway. And I was really high, so I think my body just appreciated food being put into it. So it was still pretty okay.
Man, I haven't had chicken in a while.
You haven't had chicken in a long time.
It's been a minute since I've had chicken. It's mainly just been like red
I have
meat.
chicken all the fucking time. Like that's literally like all I eat.
Oh, good for you. You eat chicken.
I eat a shit ton of chicken. Like my mom, like my dinner, like most nights when there's not something in particular going on or when we're not both having something, we buy skinless chicken breast frozen that I just like make and eat, and I eat that a lot, and also rice. Those are my two primary forms of food. I eat other shit, but like most times, like if you were to break down like the percentages of what my meals contained, a very large percentage against anything else would be frozen boneless chicken breasts and rice. Separately, usually. I eat rice as its own meal. Like for breakfast, I'll eat rice.
Just rice.
Yes. Well, like butter and salt and pepper and shit, but like, yeah, just rice. I love the rice life. Rice is fucking great. I put hot sauce on that shit when I have it. And that's really good. It mixes in with like the butter and the salt really well. It's a nice spicy dish. And I use celery salt. That's the best form of salt, everybody. That's my recommendation to you. Don't use regular salt. Regular salt is dumb. Use celery salt. It's good.
Where does celery salt come from?
Hmm. I don't know. How could we possibly know?
I don't know.
It's
Man,
truly a mystery.
okay, so have you been watching anything other than Power Rangers lately?
Or if you're asking me if I'm watching any current television shows, then no.
Well, because I know you watch Power Rangers on a weekly basis.
Yeah, yes, I watch Power Rangers all the time. I don't really watch anything else TV wise. I spend a lot of my time like watching podcasts and shit now
That
and
makes
like
sense.
YouTube videos. A lot of Smosh. I got back into Smosh after the epic reunion. They started a podcast called Flashback with Smosh, where they're watching and like discussing and deep diving about like a bunch of their old videos that are super popular. That's a really good show. I'm glad they started it too because that was immediately my thing when Anthony came back to the channel and they also announced the podcast was coming back, but it was being hosted by side string people and not Ian and Anthony. I was like, there should just be like an Ian and Anthony podcast. I feel like that people would eat that shit up. And then they did do that, so my wishes came true immediately. That's the start of the good timeline, I think. I think things only go up from here.
The good timeline.
Now that Smosh is back together, I think this is where the good timeline starts, and things are just gonna progressively get better, and good things are gonna happen. Just as Harambe was the start of the dark timeline, the reunification of Smosh is the end of the dark timeline and the beginning of the light timeline.
Yeah, that makes sense. That could be a thing. We shall see.
Yeah,
We
I
shall
have faith. 2024 is
see.
going to be the redemption year, boys. These last 3 years have been maybe some of the roughest known to us at the very least. I wouldn't call any of them like the worst year in history like some people might. Cuz like I know that like in the 1300s there was like the Black Plague and shit. So I'm not pretentious enough to go on Twitter and say that fucking 2021 is the worst year in history. But these last 3 years have been some rough ones, boys. But I think 2024. I think 2024 is a time. Is a starting now at the end of 2023 and bringing that momentum into 2024. We can make it better, boys.
Everybody do your part.
That's right.
Don't be a fucking asshole to people. That's it. Just be nice.
Yeah.
Just
Just
be
be
nice.
cool. Just be cool, everybody. Be cool.
Just be fucking nice to people, bro. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. And I'm not gonna go and like this is like slowly turning into like it's gonna turn into a rage against politics, and I'm gonna not talk about that, but like
Are you saying like a rage about your politics or a rage against politics in general?
both.
Okay.
No, that's for I'll say we'll have a politics episode.
Oh, you're just waiting for the day that you're comfortable with being canceled before we can do the the politics episode.
Yeah, I'll just come out and say that
Alex is literally you know this about Alex? Her last name is actually Jones, and she actually has a show called Infowars that she does on the side.
look, rip my boy Alex Jones. Look, the whole internet did him dirty. He's not allowed on the internet anywhere ever again. They completely fucked him over. All right,
You know that is fucked.
it has
That is
nothing to
completely
do
fucked.
with any of the anything that he has said. However, he got fucked over and he had his free
100%.
speech taken
I don't
away.
think I don't think literally anybody should be denied an internet platform on what I consider to be public forums, things like X and YouTube, like places where there are fucking billions upon billions of people conducting speech. They should be considered public squares. Free speech should apply. I know that's a crazy opinion. It's like it's a private company and they can enforce hate speech, and hate speech isn't free speech, but
Look,
whatever.
YouTube, Twitter,
Hate
Facebook,
speech is also subjective. Like,
they are
we,
all labeled as private companies, and they are not. The internet is a public space. The internet is just like a
I think
goddamn
you can
mall.
have private forums on the internet, but
You
once
cannot
you
have a multi-billion-dollar company doing whatever the
exactly
fuck they want.
once you're
No,
literally fucking culture defining, like fucking YouTube and X, like fucking just
it's Twitter.
be cool.
It's Twitter. It's Twitter. It's not X. I will never call it X. It's like the Indians
I'm not
becoming the
gonna be dumb and
Guardians. Fuck
I'm not
you.
gonna be dumb and stubborn. Like I might forget, but I'm gonna try to use the proper name because I'm not one of those dumb, stubborn little internet crybabies who's like, no, I'm gonna resist the change and just pretend that the change never happened, and that's how I'll get one over on him. That'll show Elon Musk. No, I'm not a fucking cringe arsler who's gonna sit there and do that. But I probably will forget because Twitter is such a defining brand, and I think it was a complete fucking idiot move to rebrand it. And I think we had this conversation literally last week, so I won't stay on it. But yeah, it was not a smart move, I think. But yeah, you know, I feel like I just want free speech to be real. And it seems
That's the
strange
only
to
thing I'll
me.
talk about on politics. If you infringe on my First Amendment, I will take my voice off the internet. I will go into public spaces and
You
do
try
my
to take
shit
away my
there.
First Amendment, I'll exercise my Second Amendment. No, that's a joke. That's a joke.
Yes
In
and
Minecraft.
no, that is exactly the Second Amendment protects the first. That is exactly how it goes. I don't care if people think
No, you're right. I'm just saying that's
that.
not
I
directly what we're
support one and
saying,
two,
but yeah,
100%. I'm not going to comment on any of the other ones because that will dive into politics.
true, true. Well,
I
I
want to
think two
protect my
dives into
voice on
politics.
Twitter. I want to protect my voice on Twitter with.
I think Amendment number two is one of the most politically divisive topics in history, and you're just dropping that one like it's no big thing.
I don't own guns, but I feel like people have the right to own them. It's like collecting,
That's a fair
basically.
opinion. I'm just surprised to hear you share it when you're always so close to the
Well, it came
chest.
out, and I wasn't filtering myself, so it's there. It's fine. It's
There you
whatever. I
go.
don't care.
There you go. Put it in the Alex Bible, folks.
We need an audio engine to cut things out.
No. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not gonna be a fucking cucked little demi gloom and fucking cut a bunch of shit out of her podcast. Speaking of not talking shit about people, let me talk shit about demi gloom.
I don't cut
uh,
things out of pot. I don't actually ask for things to be cut out. Even on the Colocast where I did like a decent, like I cut like a good 15 minutes out. That was just over the course of an hour of just dead air.
yeah, that's fair. That's probably accurate.
and a
It
little bit
depends on
was
the
like
show.
cut
Like
for a
some,
little bit was cut for content. Like I wasn't cutting content. It was all right. So here's a conversation that is literally about me currently recording breaking the fourth wall. So I cut that out because it wasn't funny. There was no reason to keep it in there. Does that make sense?
yeah, sure.
Like if I go, one of the bears got like there's a pause and then we start a conversation about the bears and how the bears don't do their job, but the conversation's not funny at all. And then there's another pause, and then we continue with whatever conversation where we were going. I would cut the bear conversation.
That's a fair cop.
Yeah, like editing kind of sucks.
Yeah, you know,
You know,
you get it.
we're gonna clean this up. You know what? You know what, Riley? You know what we gotta do?
What's up?
I gotta take the filter off for a second. We're gonna make Detour Ahead great again.
Okay,
We gotta make
there you
Detour Ahead
go.
great again. I want to get back to the days where it was. I want to get back to the days like the episodes, like the game show episode we had. That was all me, all day, every day, me.
I think the death of the show was me introducing you to biggest problem in the universe. I think that was the mistake. I feel
Why?
like that's
Why
been
was that the death of? No,
our
that's
most
not the
primary
death of it.
problem. Our most primary problem for the past 13 episodes is that we can't get Dick Masterson's name out of our fucking mouths.
I haven't talked about Dick. I haven't said anything about
Not
it this
recently,
entire episode.
no, not these past like 2 episodes, because we have gotten better. But I'm saying that is, I've been saying we've been in a lull for longer than that, and leading up to that point, that was one of the primary causes, is that we weren't shutting the fuck up about biggest problem in the universe and the Dick Show. So that is barred talk from now on, unless something like really interesting comes up and we're legitimately convinced that it's good podcast content. But other than that, we're gonna keep our fucking mouths shut, which we have been doing good with lately. But I'm just saying, I think that was the beginning of the dark timeline. To go back to what was being said earlier.
No. Look, we'll talk after the podcast, but I have an idea.
Okay.
We'll talk afterwards.
See, now everybody's gonna be like, "Uh-oh." They're gonna think it's some like juicy drama. They're not gonna know.
Fuck your chickens and fuck my chickens. Don't worry about what I have. Don't worry
I
about my chickens. Don't
I
worry about
wouldn't
the boombox that sits in the back of my fucking car. All right?
I wouldn't fuck a chicken personally, but
Ignore the
whatever.
chickens. Nobody has any chickens. Nothing. Nobody. Chickens are a myth. Don't.
Chickens are a government psyop.
They're like birds. They are birds.
Yeah, the birds that aren't real, and they're all like
They're
secret
government drones.
cameras.
The government wants you to count your chickens. This sounds like fucking Alex Jones rant right now.
Now let me tell you about the chickens.
The government wants you to count your chickens. Don't do it.
They're putting
Don't do
chemicals in
it.
the water to make you count your chickens.
Don't count your chickens. Don't. They're not real.
The government doesn't want you to know about the chickens.
Why do I feel like you're doing like a Rick and Morty impression right now?
It did kind of come out like Rick and Morty. I was trying to do Alex Jones. It kind of came out like Rick Sanchez a tad.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Maybe Alex Jones will be the new voice of Rick Sanchez in Rick and Morty.
God, one can only hope, right?
What a beautiful recast that would be.
You know, he was found innocent, wasn't he?
He was found innocent of the domestic abuse charge that initially caused it, but that doesn't change all the like really creepy text he was sending 16-year-olds. So like I wouldn't rehire him.
Look, I didn't know about the 16-year-old thing, so yeah, fuck that. Don't talk to kids.
Maybe it was 17. I don't want to get the details wrong. I'm
No,
not an expert.
I don't care. If they're under 18, don't talk to them.
No, that's fair.
Some kid
That's
goes
fair.
up and says, "Help! Help! My mommy fell down the stairs." You go, I'm not talking to you. Get out of here.
That's right. Get the
Don't.
fuck out of here. Don't conversate with children at all. No. But no. But like
This sounds like a whole bunch of conspiracy. Dude, I love the fact that these
I don't
all
know.
sound like conspiracy theories.
I don't know the exact facts. I haven't looked into the case in detail, so like maybe I'm talking out of my ass. But like from what I've observed via osmosis, he was definitely like sending really gross messages to young girls who I believe, if I remember the story correctly, were under 18. Maybe they were like just over the cusp, in which case that would be a different conversation, but I'm pretty sure they were underage. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I've also said that like I literally don't care at all, and everybody needs a job. And if your only talent lies in like making television shows, as long as you're not actively committing crimes as a result of you doing the television show, who fucking cares? So like I wouldn't care if they rehired Justin Roiland, but like I get it.
Oh, I totally get it. Just don't talk to kids. That's your first mistake. Was you talk to a child. Don't talk to kids.
I mean, there's a difference between talking to kids and like talking to kids. Like that's what Justin Roiland was doing allegedly. But you could talk to get Andrew's a kid by that definition. If we call 17 a kid, I talked to him. There's Insight Zoidberg. That's its own can of worms.
Yeah, that's a any. Don't talk to kids in person.
That's right, exactly. Which I
That's
don't
it.
think he did. I think that was that was text. I
Don't
don't think
don't
he
talk to
confronted
kids in
Justin
general.
Roiland.
Fuck kids. Fuck them. Fuck all of them. Fuck
No.
children.
Whoa, you might want to rephrase that.
Children are terrible.
Okay, that's a better way to
Little
phrase that.
money
Thank
grubbing
you.
idiots can't even work for themselves. Get a job.
Yeah, get a job, you little fucking freeloaders. Goddamn.
When did they what go get a job?
Remember
Go
when we
work at
said
like
the
Dunkin' or
last one
something. Go
was the
start
most
making food.
cancelable episode?
Look, it's going downhill until we bring it back.
It's
All
all
right,
downhill from here, baby.
like a roller coaster. We're just gonna go straight downhill, and
And
then
this
we're
is
gonna
gonna
go do a
become an
brand
edgy
new podcast.
podcast.
Brand new podcast. We're gonna come back bigger and better than ever.
That's right. This is gonna turn into an edgy podcast. I think
We're not going edgy. It's not gonna. Not. Please. Not every episode is going to be me starting the episode off with saying Hitler 40 times and then going into saying
we
fuck kids, they should all go get jobs.
exactly get a job, fucking little losers. But you know, it's a tale as old as time. The edgy podcast is something that that stays with me. Wherever I go, Edge follows. So
This
we're
podcast
here.
hasn't been that bad though.
That's true.
Just last week and this week.
Yeah, that's fair. This is I was thinking about recently. I really hope we get to the point someday where we can do this show in the same room, and that is, I thought about it, and that is the only circumstance, Alex. This might make you happy. This might motivate you to make it happen, just to like spite me. But that would be the only circumstance in which I would find it acceptable to make a season. To make Detour Ahead a season 2 is when we're in the same room.
Yeah, but that would have to be like consistent though, wouldn't it?
The seasons? Then, you mean? Or recording in the same room?
Yes.
Yeah, I meant like if we got to the point where we could consistently do that.
I feel like at that point we would basically if Detour like I don't know. I want to stick with Detour Ahead. I don't want to say that we'd start something new because starting something
No, I don't
new.
think we need to start something new. It could be Detour Ahead, but it could be Detour Ahead season 2 because it's kind of like a new feeling, a
Look,
new
we're coming up on the end of season
style.
2. All right,
There's
season
no
3
This
starts
is season
here.
1 and there will never be a season 2 unless we start recording in the same room.
I would like that. That would be a lot of fun, and you can make fun of start the podcast off with making fun of me for how long it takes me to get ready before every
Yeah,
episode.
that's got to be like super expensive to set up. I wonder like maybe I got to like the DM one of my connections, like people I've vaguely talked to, like maybe Asterios might give me some advice, or just somebody who has like a podcast with like microphones and like a camera for a video version, and ask him like, what do I buy? How much is it? How much fucking cheddar is this gonna cost me?
Are you talking microphones and something that has an
like
actual camera
like
to record on?
microphones for a podcast that are good enough and able to be calibrated so they're not that they only catch one of us when we're both in the same room. and like probably like a mix board you would need to make that happen. But there might be simpler ways. I don't know. And then like a good enough camera
I
to.
don't think you need an Asterios. I think you need a Sean for that
Well,
one.
no, Sean would be like spend $50,000. Like that's Sean is a
No, no,
high
no, no, no,
end
no, no.
audio
You
engineer.
don't spend $50,000. You go befriend someone. Just go to a little audio engineering school.
Oh yeah, I just become an audio engineer. Yeah.
No, no, you go for 1 year, or you just go hang around in the coffee shops and find an
I'll
audio
see if I can
engineer.
find a friend who will audio engineer my podcast for free.
No, because then if we get an actual audio engineer later on down the line, I can open up the podcast with, we're the only podcast that pays such and such a person
It's stupid. It's really
to be an
stupid.
audio engineer.
But yeah, I just got to figure out like what equipment would be needed for that and how much it would cost.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's a later on down the line thing when you decide that
it's true. I might. I mean, even if
America's asshole is not really.
I might get that. I might get that set up like early if I can figure it out and it's not that bad. Because like I do, even where I am now, because I don't know how long I'm gonna still be here if I'm gonna move or go somewhere else. But even while I'm still here, I'd like to be able to do to have like a little podcast studio. Like I might want to do podcast with my platonic boyfriend. And it would be cool to do that in the same room. And that's kind of like I have no way to feasibly record a podcast in the same room with somebody now because like it just doesn't. You can't just like have a headset and both of you talk into it. That's gonna be bad audio. Like there's setup that goes into recording a podcast in the same room, and I don't have that. And I would like to have that. It would be pretty sick. I gotta get there like someday. I gotta take the next step in my podcast career. I gotta
And move up to Ohio.
and move up to Ohio. That's true, but just like so expensive. The initial cost of moving is like the big thing where like I'm too fat for a plane, so I would have to whatever my plane ticket would cost,
All right. You
multiply
know what we
that.
got to do? You know what?
Yeah.
Here's a legitimate plan. No, not I'm not fucking around with you.
Okay.
I fly down. We rent a U-Haul and then just take a trip up to South Carolina, go visit Penguin, and then bring it all the way home to Ohio, buddy. That sounds like the easiest way to do this.
That's true, but I would have to like secure a job in Ohio that I could start later.
I mean, yeah. I'd also have to find a 2-bedroom or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm not above sleeping on a couch, Alex. I'm, I I sleep
I
on the
know you're
floor right
not.
now. That
You
would
know
be an
you're not,
upgrade.
but you're not gonna have your own space. That's my thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unless like we curtain off the living room, but
That's that's so white trash. It just might work, Alex.
anyway, this is like a later conversation. But we
That's
can
true.
we can work the kinks out later. But
Someday we're gonna be a real podcast, folks. Just bear with us for
I mean, we
probably
are a
about
real
like
podcast. We're gonna be a real in-person podcast.
yeah, but like you know what I mean, like a real podcast. We're not a real
With a
podcast.
Patreon where all the
Podcast recorded on
Patreonies will buy
Discord.
everything for us. We'll
Yeah,
get a
yeah.
house.
We're gonna open a Patreon and we're gonna get one donor and it's gonna be Penguin Mage and that's
Well,
it.
no, it could be Gingy for the $1 a month who
That's
gets the
true.
video
That's true.
feed.
I don't know if I'd paywall the video feed.
Not off the bat, no.
Yeah, maybe eventually if we got enough of an audience to be like free rides over, motherfuckers. But I don't think that's what Mumkey and the Stereos did. Like it was free for like their whole show, and then just like one day they decided like you know what, fuck you, give to one of our Patreons if you want the video from now on. Then there was one more episode, and then the show got canceled anyway, so it really wasn't that big of a deal. Rest in peace, Boomer versus Zoomer. So
But
Alex,
no,
you're
the most
going.
logical thing to do would be for me to fly down there and then drive up.
So when you rent a U-Haul, can you just like drop it off at a different U-Haul in a different state, and that's fine?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's what U-Haul's all about. there might like you got to pay an absorbent amount of money, but like I don't know the statistics right now. I don't have a stats for you right now.
You don't
But
have any stats for me, no.
no, I don't
But
have a stats for you. But yeah, we can figure that out later. If anything, we can see if Penguin wants to help get you out of America's hellhole.
true, get me out of the fucking ass crack of the United States.
America's asshole, right there.
That's right.
Or is that California? I don't know. It's one of the two.
Part of me like wants to be in California.
Dude, I want to go to LA so bad.
Like
I don't want to live there. God no, I don't want to live there. I just want to go. I just want to go for
I
like a
kind of want to
weekend and
live
just
there. If the cost of living is unfortunately completely inhibitively expensive, but like it does seem like it would be a cool place to be, even though like it sucks in a lot of ways. It seems like it would be cool in other ways. I think there are
you
ups
could
and
find
downs to
something out in like
California.
Nevada or something like that. But you're talking like if you think Florida heat is bad, that's dry heat out there.
I hear dry heat is better. Humidity is the
No.
bad part.
No, humidity makes you sweat. Dry heat makes you feel like you're breathing in fucking nothing. It's just raw heat, not wet heat.
Wet heat is gross. I don't like feeling like a fucking swamp creature all the time.
Dude,
I
if you
want the
come
heat
up
to be
to
dry.
Ohio, you're gonna feel you're gonna feel like a swamp creature for maybe 2 months, 3 months out of the year, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel like a swamp teacher. Swamp teacher.
Like
What do a
how
swamp
hot
teacher
is it?
teach?
How hot is it down there? Do you know off the top of your head?
It's 92 right now.
It has been it's the highest. The highest this week is 75
Damn.
in August, end of August is 75. The minute September hits, you're gonna get like maybe one more week of like 80s, but like we only saw 90 like maybe one couple days this summer.
That's
But you
pretty
also have
epic.
to prepare yourself for sub-zero temperatures.
Oh, true. I'm fine with the cold though. Like even at its worst, it sucks. But I'm like even when like my fucking hands hurt because they're numb. I'm like I still prefer this over the beating sun and feeling like a fucking swamp creature.
Yeah, we don't have any swamp creatures up here. We just have cornfields. You're trading in the Everglades for corn.
For corn, yeah, that's fair.
Both pretty much useless.
I think I've always thought that I might move to like just like the shittiest state possible because of like the just like the shittiest state possible with like the lowest like cost of living. Because like I don't care where I am. Like that literally is of no concern to me. Like as long as I could get a job and have a place
And
or
have at
be in
least
a
one
place.
person there out there though. That's another thing.
That's another thing, yeah, but like even that, it's like I can make new friends.
See, I've already made my friends, which is why I don't want to move anywhere else. I've already made all my friends
Ohio,
here.
there's literally a government conspiracy trying to kill you all out there. You gotta go. You gotta run.
Nah, I'll bring all my friends with me. We'll go down to South Carolina, go get 30 acres from Penguin's neighbor's house, and
Yo, can we start like the Detour Ahead compound in South Carolina?
there's just a bunch of signs up there that just says "Detour Ahead" with someone who sprayed it.
Get a fucking
I want
chicken
to get a
farm like
sign,
Tim
dude.
Pool.
I want to get a Detour Ahead sign, and I know this is illegal. I know this is illegal. This is not an admission of guilt or a crime. This is not an admission of something I will do. Just something that has
Hey, law
crossed my
enforcement
mind,
watching. This is
a
not an admission of
hypothetical.
guilt. I'm
I
speaking to my
want
family now.
I saw a real detour ahead sign because nowadays they're all detour with an arrow, no more detour ahead, right? At least where I live. And I saw a real one on the street, and I was like, "Oh, I could come back in the dead of night, take this, put it right up on my wall, send a picture to you. It would be great."
Oh, that'd be so cool, but also illegal, and you shouldn't do it. But so cool.
I want to get a detour ahead. Like I can also be like a cap. I can give into capitalism and go buy an actual detour ahead sign.
Yeah, do
Like
it.
this is an actual detour ahead sign is going to cost me about probably $50.
Oof, that's steep. Pretty
Well, that's
steep.
for like one of the official signs, like an actual metal sign.
Ooh, look at you, fucking Mr. Metal Sign over here. Fucking metal signs everywhere.
Look, I want to get a sign. I want to get my YouTube logo in in an LED sign polo shoe with the ears.
I
I
want
have
to
a
get
lot that I want to do, but
the Detour Head logo tattooed on my left ass cheek. I think that would be a good.
and Riely and do you want to put Riely and Friends on your front thigh?
That's right. That's right. I'll get a fucking like
Some girl goes
forehead
down on you and she's
issue
like, "What's
crew.
Riely and Friends?" And you're like, "You're looking at them."
Oh, the friends are my dick and balls, my three greatest friends in this world. My
She's like, "No, seriously," and you're like, "Nah, it's my YouTube channel."
YouTube
She's
channel.
like,
Go subscribe.
"Go subscribe."
I want you to hit the subscribe button on my channel as I come.
All right, I think we should wrap it up. I have to go. I know we're just shy of an hour, but there wasn't. We're probably gonna hit like maybe 50, 55 minutes for this
Yeah,
episode. I
that would
know
be
it's
my
short, and
assumption.
I know you hate when I do this, but I legitimately am gonna get yelled at by Rach if I don't leave the house in like a minute.
Yeah, I know you have to go. We talked about how the show was gonna be a tight squeeze, which I
We
don't
gotta
like,
tighten
but
up
sometimes it has to happen.
That's the whole point. We gotta tighten it up. We gotta tighten
That's
it up.
right.
We gotta batten down
That's
the
not part
hatches.
of it. In fact, like it could be longer, and I wouldn't care. That would be as long as it was good. But anyway, you gotta go. So, Colo Chew. Me, you can find link in the description or on my X, the pinned X at Riely Tweets. That's that. I'll pay my respects to Twitter by keeping Riely Tweets as my @name. But uh, yeah, it's also there in the pinned tweet. Link tr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe. It's got all my links to YouTubes and podcasts and fun stuff. And thanks for listening to Detour Ahead. I've been Riley.
I have been Alex.
And we'll see you next week,
Get out of here. Get out of
baby.
here, everybody. Go listen to the other
Get the
episodes. Get out of here.
fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.